World Sports Action present the official Football League video. The Chelsea Story, 1989-90. Chelsea are back where they belong, in the First Division, and they're back in style. They won the Second Division by a mile, collecting a record 99 points. Another club record's on the way. 27 games without defeat. Their biggest ever away win, 7-0 at Warsaw. For Bobby Campbell, immediate reward after the disappointment of relegation the year before. Campbell signs Alan Dickens from West Ham for £635,000. He recoups most of that by releasing Joe McLaughlin to Charlton. Billy Dodds, he heads north to Dundee. Chelsea will begin their First Division programme at Wimbledon, followed by a West London derby against QPR, then Sheffield Wednesday, and that'll be Dave Besson's 400th consecutive match. First, Dave's back at Plough Lane.
Wise with the free kick. Cork! And Besson made an admirable save. Oh, and Gale. He's allowed to go on. It's a great chance. Oh, dear. Kevin Wilson keeps going. Lee to his right and Dixon. Wilson's coming to the near post! And the substitute has struck. And maybe Kevin Wilson has given Chelsea a win in their first game back in the First Division.
Dorigo's going to strike one. Oh, save! That's a fabulous goal by Tony Dorigo. Must have been the best part of 30 yards. And David Seaman didn't even know it had happened. I think the Rangers goalkeeper was still lining his wall up. Peter Reid. Sinton. Clark's in there, and Clark's equalised. It ran kindly for the big centre forward, and nothing that Moncur or Besson could do to deny him. Sinton squeezing in the cross, an element of surprise, and Clark's right leg was just long enough. Dorigo. Good run. Now is he fouled by Harper? Yes, penalty to Chelsea. Alan Harper, the Wednesday right back, is furious, but Alan Seville has no doubts. And it'll be Graham Roberts and 1-0. Dixon, he's through. Got support from Kevin Wilson. There is Wilson. Oh, and Harper's turned it into his own goal. What a tragedy for the fullback. And here's Kevin Wilson in. Saved by the feet of Turner and dumped away by Pearson. And they could have had 3 or 4 in the last 5 minutes. That's Dixon's header, and that is 3-0. 3 goals in 5 minutes. McAllister. Down to Nicholas. That's a lovely ball. McAllister. And their scoring for the afternoon isn't over.
Fall do fine. Chelsea, top of the First Division. What a return. 2 wins and a draw. Gives them 7 points. The Blues defend that unbeaten record at Charlton. Then it's home to Nottingham Forest, followed by a glamour game at Spurs, where Kerry Dixon will enter the Chelsea record books. First, let's go to Selhurst Park.
Good turn by Dickens. And a useful cross. It was Dixon who met it. Robert Lee. To Walsh again. Williams setting off through the centre, and Walsh looks to find him and may well have done so. Paul Williams! Chelsea caught out by one pass through the centre, and Williams did the rest. and clear. Not very well. Walsh, who's beginning to play with all the verve he showed before he broke his leg. Charlton very pleased to have him back and fully fit, and Roberts knows that Chelsea are in difficulties. Well screened by Jones. And again Colin Walsh embroidering this match with his skill. Humphrey. Williams is free! 2 for Williams, 2 for Charlton, and we've had only 24 minutes. And Chelsea, who came here as leaders of the First Division, are getting swept aside here by a side which has a reputation as a perennial struggler, but they're not struggling now. Watson. And Charlton continue to play delightful football. They're dominating this London derby. Was that handball by Williams? No, on goes Mortimer. Oh, it's 3! A fantastic shot from Paul Mortimer. The best goal of the match, and I would think one of the best that Charlton have scored for years, although Chelsea felt for a second that might have been handball. It was more a call from the crowd than from the players in truth. But Mortimer went on, never broke stride, and almost broke the net. Given away by Clive Wilson. It was almost as if the pitch was a little too lush for him. Chapman. Besson's out of possession. An amazing goal by Chapman for Forest. Dixon. Dickens heads it back in. Jury! It was sliced in rather, but it found its target. That's Kerry Dixon, who got in front of Foster at the near post. And Chelsea, having been a goal down, and now 2-1 in front. Dixon's strength and persistence made sure the ball was his. Now Pearce. Oh, a slip by Roberts. And another goal for Chapman. 2-2. Roberts. Dixon is there first, and Kerry Dixon has got the goal this time. Torsvet came and then stopped, thinking he couldn't get to the ball. Dixon stuck out a foot, and his persistence pays off because he looped it high over Eric Torsvet. And really, you couldn't complain as a Tottenham follower if they got a second here. Chelsea are running the show at the moment. Dixon glanced it on, and it's tucked away by Kevin Wilson this time. Chelsea in control at White Hart Lane. Nicholas with the corner. Dixon first to it. The supplier this time. Gascoigne again. Walsh. Well, that's what Tottenham need. Someone to try the difficult thing and hope it might come off, and it has for Gascoigne. But really, Walsh takes a great deal of the credit. Gascoigne, the scorer. And Paul Walsh, with his capacity for the unexpected, served Tottenham well here. He left Nicholas, got in across, and Gascoigne wrapped it beyond Besant. And it's Steve Clarke through the centre from Kevin Wilson's flick. And Chelsea have hit back in the best possible way. Spurs deflated. And Clarke came through unattended. Dixon, wide towards Hazard, but a little behind him. Bumstead got the run of the ball against Fenwick. Hazard, Kevin Wilson, and it's 4! disbelief at White Hart Lane for Tottenham supporters. Cheer for Chelsea, although it's long distance for their fans. Hazard, after Bumstead had done well, cut it back superbly, and Kevin Wilson's finish was unstoppable right into the bottom corner.
A marvellous win at White Hart Lane. Chelsea are fourth, but just a couple of points separate them from Everton at the top. In Littlewood's Cup, Chelsea can only manage a draw at home to 4th Division Scarborough. Gordon Jury's injury problems flare up once again. He'll be out till just before Christmas. 2 home league games at Stamford Bridge, the champions in a moment. Let's start with the team directly above Chelsea in the table, Coventry City.
On from Dixon. Dickens. Well, he's lost his shirt. And Coventry have lost a goal. Kevin Wilson, his 4th of the season.
Richardson. And here's Winterburn. Nicely taken out by Roberts. Oh, and he was caught by Groves. And Groves will go into the book. Roberts will need attention. Very late. And that's the end of Graham Roberts' afternoon. Just 15 minutes gone. Never a pleasant sight. Winterburn, here's Hayes. Smith the target on the far side. Was that handball? Yes, it was. Well, what was Moncur thinking about? Rocastle from the spot, and Besant has made a marvellous stop. It wasn't a bad penalty. Besant got down very well. Nicholas with the kick. Flicked on Wilson, and away off the line. By Winterburn, Wilson's header. 4-1 for Dixon to chase. And he's in, got the better of O'Leary, and just wide of the right-hand upright. Couldn't have been much closer.
Now a disaster in the Littlewoods Cup. Chelsea lose 3-2 at Scarborough. They're the only First Division victims in the second round. Kerry Dixon hasn't scored since the match at Spurs. Dixon's back on form against Derby and Manchester City. But against Norwich, Chelsea just can't hit the target.
Bumstead, not normally a right back, but because of the injuries, having to slot into that position. Clark forward, that's a good ball in for Kerry Dixon. Lovely ball. Kerry Dixon, a great save by Gunn. That was a superb bit of play by Brian Gunn and by Dixon and Clark. A lovely ball forward from Steve Clark all the way from the back. Kerry Dixon first time, and that's great goalkeeping. Throw for Norwich. Townsend, Nicholas behind him. Phillips back to his Welsh colleague Bowen. In Crook. Chip forward. What a lovely ball. Bowen can get there. A great goal and one of the best through passes you'll see all season. Townsend gets in there hard. Good play. Fleck. Norwich moving around well and keeping good possession. Here's Ian Crook. Chip forward to Dale Gordon. Dale Gordon with Lee. Dale Gordon putting it back, and here's Phillips. A great save. Besant didn't know where it was. What a superb piece of build-up, though, by Norwich City out on that right-hand side. For Tim Sherwood, and that's a good ball over the top for Dale Gordon. Dale Gordon can go. And Moncur gets one challenge in. Can he put it back now? And Phillips, another brilliant Besant save. Really extraordinary stuff by the Chelsea giant in goal. Rosario again with Lee. Play on. And there's a chance here for Dale Gordon, and surely it was brought down. It's a penalty. Besant says it was outside. The referee says it's inside. That's on the spot. Well, for one moment they thought that Rosario was fouled, but the referee said go on. Dale Gordon did go on, and he was clearly impeded there by Clark. Down he comes, the referee points to the spot. But watch out for Dave Besant. He saved one in the cup final, of course. He's good at going to the left. He saved one against Arsenal. Not this time, though. 2-0, Robert Flake.
Well, we've been playing nearly an hour and still stalemate between these two. Lee. He's an ungainly player, but he's a battler. Touchback from Dickens. Dixon! 1-0 to Chelsea.
Morley. Ken Redfern says play on. White. Fleming. Fleming again. This is Bishop. And it'll come for Allen, and Besant keeps Chelsea on level terms. And Clive Allen, who is normally so efficient with chances, will regard that as a very good one. The wind played its part. It took the ball over Lee, but Besant kept his goal intact. Oh, and Dixon is free and hits the post. Redmond away. Hazard. And Dixon this time. Having hit the post, this time it ends up in the back of the net, and Chelsea have forced their way into the lead. It's been a terrific opening 10 minutes to the second half. Crowned now by the first goal of the game, and Kerry Dixon beats Dibble to it. The goalkeeper off his line, but the ball rather died, and Dibble couldn't get there. Dixon did. Allen. Clive Allen! That is the measure of the man. In the final minute, he's missed chances throughout the afternoon, but now he's collected an astonishing equaliser. And he takes his bow in front of the City fans for this strike that had Besant helpless off the underside of the bar, and in it flashed.
Chelsea are second on 19 points, one behind Everton. Liverpool their third, but have games in hand. A real top-of-the-table clash to look forward to at Goodison, but first, Dixon and Wilson in vintage form at home to Millwall.
Dixon and Wilson. Oh, what an economical goal. Besant, Dixon, Wilson, 1-0. Carter running at Graham Roberts. Cascarino must score. Oh, how did he miss that? Wilson was the original target, missed him out. Dixon. Oh yes, 2-0. A master at work, just one touch to control it. And then the finish. Wilson is in for 3-0. Dorigo. Played in short for Roberts. Dixon the target. He got there. Oh, and again. Oh! Tremendous goal, 4-0. Totti got the flick. There he is again. Oh, it very nearly found its way through. Good save from the keeper. Nevin battling. Here's Sheedy. That's a good ball. Newell. Oh, very good save from Besant. Cottee will score, surely. Well, he has now. Tony Cottee flourishing since his return to the side. Or has he scored? No, it's been disallowed. Hazard, that's interesting. And again, having a little look. Oh, well taken. Oh no, Southall's in trouble. McDonald tidies up for Everton. Keown. Picked up by Clark. Wilson. Oh, Keown's clearance struck Wilson and fell nicely for Clark, who puts Chelsea in front. Keown. Cottee jumping. Nevin wasn't so far away.
A great win at Goodison. Chelsea, top of the pile once again, a point clear of the champions Arsenal. Behind the scenes, there are changes. Assistant manager Ian Porterfield leaves to take over at Reading. Graham Roberts becomes player coach. Peter Nicholas, the new captain. A busy time for keeper Dave Besant. He plays for the England B team on the Tuesday, the full England side the next day. Now Chelsea are at home to Southampton, and that'll be followed by Manchester United at Old Trafford. First, the Saints at the Bridge.
It was a lovely ball that found Wallace, and he's in on goal here and did very well. Osman. Right out, tangling with Roberts, and that is a penalty. Letizier will take it, comfortably done. You never know which side he's going to put them. Jimmy Case. Right out. Chelsea backing off and inviting him to run at them. Letizier, who can curl them from here or finish like that. It doesn't really matter. It's 2-0 Southampton. Roberts driving Chelsea forward. Dixon jumping. Moncao. That's 2-1, and it sets up a very interesting last quarter of an hour. Moncao. Wilson. 2 in a minute, and Chelsea are back on terms. Driven long. Oh, Dodd missed that. Osman can get him out of jail, but didn't. And Dixon is in on goal here. Osman back on the line.
It's looking for a thoughtful pass and finding one to the feet of McClare. Wallace. McClare for Wallace. Chelsea are open up here. It's Danny Wallace, well saved by Besant. Hughes, the goalkeeper, made his own luck then. It was one-on-one. Hughes had a chance from the rebound but couldn't really scuff it in. McClare, Hughes, Besant had to go for it. Didn't get there, but the ball passed outside the post. Well, Mark Hughes, from the first whistle really, has been in hot pursuit of a goal which still hasn't arrived. You'll be escorted back to your transport as soon as possible. Thank you for your cooperation. Dixon. Played through by Hazard, he's onside, Chelsea can win it, they can still win it with Dixon, stopped on the line by Bruce, amazing. The Hazard-Dixon combination working perfectly there for Chelsea in every respect except putting the ball in the back of the Manchester United net.
In the Zenith Cup, Chelsea beat Bournemouth thanks to an Alan Dickens hat-trick, his first goals for the club. Erland Johnsen signs from Bayern Munich. The experienced Norwegian international will make his debut away to Queen's Park Rangers after Wimbledon have visited Stamford Bridge. We're getting into December now, not exactly vintage Chelsea, and the fans are asking what's happened to that table-topping form.
A West London derby at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 4th against Wimbledon, who were down in 14th place. Chelsea off to a cracking start, borrowing a trick from the Wimbledon manual. A long ball chased successfully by Kerry Dixon. Chelsea a goal up in a minute. Wimbledon have performed much better in away matches this season, though, and they stormed straight back to equalise. In goal for Chelsea, the former long-time Wimbledon keeper Dave Besant. But Besant couldn't keep Terry Gibson at bay. (1-1), 2 minutes gone. The prelude to a most unusual afternoon, particularly for Chelsea fans. Remember, it had been 15 months since their last league defeat at Stamford Bridge. Dennis Wise with Wimbledon's second. Chelsea's defence inexplicably leaden-footed at this stage. No shortage of height at the back for them, so they'll wonder how the tiny figure of Gibson was allowed to steer Wimbledon into a 3-1 lead. Chelsea regained some ground 2 minutes before half-time. Eric Young challenging Kevin Wilson. The penalty given. Young was committed for the ball, but the first contact was with Wilson. Graham Roberts then got the better of Hans Sagers. 3-2 to Wimbledon at half-time. And the scene set for a Chelsea comeback in the second half, but Wimbledon do love to upset the odds. Alan Cork starting a league game for the first time for 3 months. Dennis Wise free to fire in his second, 4-2. And Wimbledon still not finished. And this fifth goal, one to watch for those who enjoy curious moments in the game. Besant should have expected plenty of high balls, but this one got away from him. And Alan Cork just recovered his bearings to nudge the ball over the line. Cork, a surprise scorer. Wimbledon, very surprised winners, certainly by such a substantial margin. At Queen's Park Rangers, Chelsea introduced Erland Johnsen, the Norwegian international defender. Ray Wilkins made his home debut for Rangers against the club which brought him into league football. Chelsea conceded 5 goals last week against Wimbledon. They were soon in defensive difficulties here. Rangers' 22-year-old striker Les Ferdinand with his first goal in the First Division. Ferdinand, who spent last season on loan in Turkey. Chelsea behind after 9 minutes. Rangers reviving with Don Howe now at the helm, and surviving a Chelsea equaliser 12 minutes later. Alan Dickens with the volley that was just too well directed for Tony Roberts in the Rangers' goal. As is so often the case, early goals really opening up the game. Chelsea caught out here by Mark Falco. But Falco this time dragged his shot wide. This was a crucial phase in the match. Chelsea had their chances. John Bumstead denied by Roberts' sharp reflexes. And they came even closer here. Johnsen well forward, and the ball then deflecting first off Paul Parker and then the post. 34 minutes gone now, and Ferdinand still functioning well. The header looping beyond the lunge of Dave Besant. 2-1 to Queen's Park Rangers. The moment of the match came 3 minutes into the second half. A brilliant piece of opportunism by Falco. Mark Falco had fired in spectacularly at the same end for the goal which beat Liverpool 4 weeks earlier. This one even better. Chelsea still made chances. Substitute Clive Wilson with a wriggling run, but Kerry Dixon's usual deadly aim deserted him. And after that, Wilson sought his own route to goal and very nearly found it. By now, Ferdinand had departed to a standing ovation, but his replacement, Colin Clark, was certainly caught up in the same mood. Chelsea left appealing in vain for offside, 4-1 down. There was another Clark goal to come, this from Chelsea's adventurous right-back Steve Clark, but with 2 minutes left, it only improved the margin of Chelsea's defeat. 4-2 to Queen's Park Rangers.
2 crushing defeats. Chelsea are 6th. The gap between them and Arsenal, 6 points. Besant and Dorigo both play for England in midweek against Yugoslavia. But Peter Nicholas won't be kicking a ball for a couple of months. He's out with Carthage trouble. Better news though, Gordon Jury returns to the team to take on Liverpool. But Chelsea very much on the receiving end once again. They can only admire some brilliant Liverpool finishing.
Hussein. Number 3 is Venison. Good ball. Beardsley is onside this time, and he's gone round Besant. It's an empty net, but it isn't now. Beardsley's put the ball in there, and Liverpool are in front with only 3.5 minutes gone. And again, the through ball, catching Chelsea out. Rush this time. Oh, what a magnificent strike by Ian Rush. And Liverpool get their second goal within the space of 2 minutes. Now, this is obviously a very dangerous position here, right in the centre of goal. And Liverpool have got, what, 4 or 5 men in the wall. Looks as though either Jury or Dorigo will have a crack. It's direct. Jury. Ew, what a goal that was! Oh, what a return for Gordon Jury! Driven into that near post, cleared by Venison, back to Wilson. Moncau was there, and Hansen had to get there first. Beardsley denied Chelsea the corner. Over everyone's head, and McMahon reacted quickest, and here's Rush. And Houghton in support. Is this going to be 3? Brilliantly finished by Houghton, and Chelsea carved apart again. And a good challenge from Moncau. Houghton was in firm as well. Back it comes to the Dutchman. Whelan there for Liverpool. Good little ball that. Houghton. Rush. Beardsley's through. That's a penalty, I think. And that's the decision. What a dreadful start to the second half. And Mulby has the chance to give Liverpool a 4-1 lead. And he doesn't take it. Besant's made a brilliant save. Jan Mulby defied by Besant. Rush, oh, great little layoff. Beardsley, McMahon, brilliant football. McMahon, what a magnificent goal that was by Liverpool. Absolutely brilliant. Hansen, great ball. Ablett rushes in the penalty box. And he looked for him and he found him. And that's 5, and that's magnificent by Liverpool again. And even Bruce Grobbelaar can enjoy that one. Lee there was a good little header and a fine effort, and it's gone in by Dixon, who did not even bother to celebrate. Grobbelaar, who hasn't had much to do, made a mistake when he had something to do.
Grobbelaar gloomy, but Chelsea 14 goals against in 3 games, and now they let in another 3 against West Ham in the Zenith Cup, but go on to win in the last minute thanks to Kevin Wilson. Gordon Jury's injured again, but he's still hopeful of making the Scottish World Cup squad. Now we're into the busy Christmas period, away games at Palace and Luton, and that's followed by a home match on New Year's Day against the Villa. Let's start with Chelsea looking for a big improvement at Selhurst Park.
Wilson. Tony Dorigo. Unusual to see Chelsea all in white. Oh, and a first-minute chance! Taken with relish by Kerry Dixon. Right. McGoldrick got to it. Oh, and Pardew has put it wide. Wright is away. The referee saw nothing wrong with the way he turned Moncau. Ian Wright with a splendid solo goal for Crystal Palace. McGoldrick. Not quite deep enough, but Pardew might make something of it, and Bright should! Terrific stop by Dave Besant. Moncau defending well at the near post. Back acrobatically by Gray. Bright! Offside. And I don't think there was much doubt about it. Gray could be the favourite here. It's rolled to give him a better angle, and it nearly beat Besant, who did well to improvise. Ian Wright on a run. Still going. Still Wright. Oh, and Pardew. It was blocked brilliantly by Moncau. Pemberton. Bright. Pemberton, get running! Marvellous goal for Palace. Dorigo. Plenty of power, but Martin saw it coming. Clive Wilson with the signals for Chelsea. Moncau! Well, they didn't mark him very well. Clive Wilson, the Palace fans whistling, wanting the referee to do likewise. Graham Lasso has salvaged something for Chelsea on his First Division debut. Dixon. McAllister trying to turn John Dreyer. He's done that. Kevin Wilson has steered in the header at the near post. Nicely worked goal. Wilson. Dixon pulling left. Wilson's there again, and Luton have fallen for the same trick. The near post header from Kevin Wilson. Roberts can't prevent the cross coming in from Cook. Clive Wilson can end any danger. And Dreyer let the ball run on to Dixon, who's now got past him. Kerry Dixon, who was born here in Luton, finishes the match on a note of celebration. It's been a very good day for Chelsea. 3-0. Dorigo, a little too quick for Nielsen, but he didn't come away with the ball, which has now been transferred by Aston Villa to Tony Daly, and that could mean trouble for Chelsea until he's stopped by Clive Wilson. Gage. And again. Oh, deflected, goal! It'll go down to Kevin Gage, but it gave Besant no chance. Moncau. Bumstead! Oh, unlucky Chelsea. Daly. It's run on for Olney, and this is how Daly loves to get the ball. And Chelsea, even Dorigo's not quick enough to get to him, and look at that! Tony Daly. Terrific goal for Villa. Olney and Graham Roberts a little sluggish in his pursuit. There's an open goal for Ormondroyd, and Besant in fact stopped it being absolutely open. Platt, 3-0. Well, Ormondroyd will feel better about that, and David Platt delighted.
Chelsea despondent. It's a shocking spell. Chelsea now 7th, 31 points from 21 matches. The FA Cup now. The home tie with Crewe finishes 1-1. Shades of Scarborough are dispelled in the replay by Kerry Dixon. Dixon gets both in a 2-0 victory. Transfer news, Mickey Hazard goes to Portsmouth for £100,000. He'd been unsettled at Stamford Bridge for some time now. And now the first live TV appearance at Sheffield Wednesday. We've got extended highlights coming up, and that's followed by Charlton. First, it's brilliant Dave Besant at Hillsborough.
Sheffield Wednesday, bottom of the league just a few weeks ago with just one win in their first 11 games. And in fact, in their first 9 games, Sheffield Wednesday scored only twice. Now they're 4 off the bottom, and they've not failed to score in their last 11. Free kick to Chelsea. Graham Roberts with most to say for himself in the Chelsea side, masterminding the whole thing, and now taking this free kick, looking towards Kerry Dixon. Dixon getting the header in, and Lee is in there. So big David Lee gives Chelsea the lead. A good header, won in the first place by Kerry Dixon. There's Dixon's header, and there's Lee just onside, putting it away. Ian St John.
Well, an excellent header, you have to say, by Kerry Dixon in the first instance, and a very good run from midfield by Luke. Watch him running in there, and as you said, just a shade onside.
Only his second goal of the season. You always had the feeling there might be goals in this game, and we got one early on. Sheridan now tangling there with Bumstead, and a free kick given to Sheffield Wednesday. 6 minutes of the game gone when David Lee scores. Sheridan with this free kick. Worthington's also looking for a bit of it. In fact, it's going to be Sheridan. Towards Worthington, trying to get to the byline, and a corner, yes, a corner to Sheffield Wednesday. This is where they need to watch people like Shirtliff. If Sheridan gets this cross in, Worthington playing it in. It was Hurst who got the header, but Chelsea got the clearance. And the feed high there by Bumstead on Worthington. And he's okay. Time Franz Carr gets his cross in as well. Hurst with an overhead. David Hurst with real acrobatics there, almost producing an equaliser for Sheffield Wednesday. After some good work on the left flank this time by Franz Carr. There's his cross. There's Hurst, and the ball meeting the camera behind the goal. Nielsen. Worthington. Still they keep this pressure on Chelsea. This time it's Carr on the far side. The cross is not a particularly good one, and Nielsen gets it away. His clearance wasn't very good either. It's Carr with a chance to improve on it. Oh my goodness, a terrific shot. Now did Besson get a touch on that one? It was a fantastic shot by Franz Carr. It's gone for the corner, so Besson must have flung himself to get that touch. Just a fingertip, as you can see, and then off the post. Great piece of goalkeeping by Besant. A corner for Sheffield Wednesday. That might go anywhere. And in the end, there's a whistle and a free kick for Chelsea. Terrific piece of goalkeeping by David Besant.
Well, we won't see many better than that. That was a storming shot by Franz Carr, and what a save by Big Dave. If he'd cut his nails this morning, he wouldn't have got that.
Sheridan. Atkinson. Even when Atkinson comes deep, Johnson faithfully follows him. Oh, but there's some space now for Hurst. Another good save. Hurst again. And it's just gone wide. How close can you get?
Dave Besson got a touch on that one as well. Fantastic double save from Besson.
Seems in unbeatable form. It was a great save from the first one, and then from the second, just that touch there. Free kick going Chelsea's way. John Bumstead with it. Here's Lasso. Chelsea's throw. Kevin Wilson. Roberts. Wilson played in again. Madden first to show there for Sheffield Wednesday. Big Carlton Palmer. That's of West Bromwich Albion. And this time Carr's got away. The flag had stayed down. The cross came in. Atkinson almost on the end of it. Some great defending by Roberts. And Roberts really showing all his experience there. It was a lovely cross in by Franz Carr. And as Atkinson went for it, and it's in there! Atkinson. And Wednesday are level. The smiles have returned to Sheffield Wednesday. All the pressure finally has paid off. Wow. It's a throw now to Wednesday. Now we shall really see them buzz. And now we'll really put the Chelsea defence to the test as Hurst goes away. Roberts gets it back to Dave Besant.
Here it comes again. And you see, just moved away, nobody marking him, nobody on the post, no defenders there. A nice little head.
Atkinson again. Atkinson's in behind him, a fine save. First, has it charged down. Besant's great work continuing. And Roberts will let things calm down a little bit and then get it back to his splendid goalkeeper. He's so hard to shake off the ball. Sorry, Ian.
Well, again, it was a magnificent save again by the goalkeeper, although you could say that Atkinson hit it straight at him.
Shutliff. First after this one, he might shake the ball off. First! That was another glorious opportunity. After he'd done such a lot of hard and good work. And it really hasn't been his day.
Well, you said it, Brian, it certainly hasn't been his day. He's had some chances this afternoon, and a great one there, really, to clinch it for Sheffield Wednesday. He battled so well, got past Graham Roberts at the end, and with his left foot, just knocked it wide.
The last bit of action from a game that's been full of action, and a final scoreline here. The points shared, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Chelsea 1.
Wilson off the line by Peake, blocked by Boulder. Wilson again. Chelsea have scored with 4 minutes gone. A goal that owed everything to the persistence of Kevin Wilson.
Mortimer to the left, in plenty of space. Williams coming to the near post.
Oh, it's gone in! How did Besant allow that to happen? From Paul Williams. Boulder's in trouble, and there was no one who could bail him out of it either, although there were a couple of defenders on the line. The goalkeeper committed a goal for Wilson, his second.
Dixon seizing the initiative now.
Kerry Dixon has produced a goal of very high quality to make sure of Chelsea's win. When the game was rather drooping around him, he wasn't settling for that, and that was outstanding. 3-1, 5 minutes left.
Oh, that's absolutely magical stuff from Kerry Dixon. Another victory in the Zenith Cup at Ipswich. Dixon on target again. A couple from Kevin Wilson against his old club. Chelsea win 3-2. In the FA Cup tie at Bristol, Wilson gets another goal, but only a consolation in a 3-1 defeat. Back to the league, Peter Nicholas will return against Spurs. There's a cracker for Roberts at Nottingham Forest. First, though, it's the Blues against the Sky Blues at Highfield Road.
That's over Johnson. Roberts is in trouble. Livingston! And a soft centre at the back for Chelsea. Gallagher. Nicely taken by Burrows. Regis has got the chance. Coventry have scored, but that will be an own goal against Kevin McAllister. McAllister. Not letting Downs get close enough to get in the challenge. Dixon got to it. Dorigo bangs it past the Grizovic. 2-1. Dorigo. Clive Wilson goes to the left. Kevin Wilson finds him. David Lee involved in the move. Chelsea passing the ball sweetly. Dixon. That is a very classy goal indeed from Chelsea. Scored by Kerry Dixon at the end of a terrific move. Put back by Ginn. Chelsea one offside, but they're not going to get it. Coventry 3-2, Regis.
Chelsea a little anxious perhaps in these opening moments. Oh, Dorigo in trouble, there's evidence of that, and Walsh is waiting if Lineker can find him. He's been forced very wide. Chelsea in all sorts of trouble, and Besant eventually getting his hands back on that ball. Walsh, here's Lineker. Oh, he's turned his man this time. The danger's not over. Naeem Howells is at the far post, and that's 1-0. Bumstead leading the charge. Here's Nicholas. He's done well. Been out for some 3 months. Oh, Wilson's in here, and Bumstead has equalised. Naeem's corner, taken short. Here he is again. And Lineker, given far too much room. Two minutes left, and Gary Lineker surely has won it for Tottenham. Naeem again doing the damage with the deep cross, and Lineker doesn't miss those. The keeper, Torsved, delighted.
Jemson, Chelsea were pulling their defences forward to try and get an offside then. But Jemson gets in his cross, and Orlickson collects a goal for Nottingham Forest. Bumstead. Here's Roberts. Still Roberts. Well, he wants to take them all on. Oh, it's a great run. Really, shades of the old Tottenham days from the barn-storming Graham Roberts.
One to treasure from Graham Roberts, but Chelsea still inconsistent. They drop down to 8th on 36 points. It's the lowest Chelsea will be all season. The Zenith Cup Southern Final first leg ends in a 2-0 victory. That deadly duo, Dixon and Kevin Wilson, get the goals. The following day, Graham Roberts resigns as coach, and Roberts is also out of the team with injury. Now, Manchester United, Southampton, where Gordon Jury will make a winning return, and then Norwich. The United game is televised around the globe by Worldwide Soccer.
Pallister. Clive Wilson with an early ball, the sort that Dixon appreciates. Kevin Wilson is in close attendance. McAllister arriving on the scene as well. And although Leighton was somewhat committed, Lee Martin seemed to know exactly what he was doing. And well played by Manchester United. Martin again. Defence
They tried to turn into a swift counter-attack. The left-back is way out of position, of course. And it's Dixon through the centre for Chelsea! Can Anderson get it off the line? He can't. Gareth Hall may well have got the last touch. Dixon certainly to the fore, but Anderson was put in a desperate plight. It was Hall, Bumstead and then Dixon. It rolled towards the line. Whose goal is it? I think it's Hall's. Dixon wanting to keep his tally up, of course. And they may well be arguing about this in the dressing room, and they may well ask for our pictures to adjudicate. I think that's Hall's goal, coming in the 17th minute. And all credit to the right back for finding himself right on the opponent's goal line to make absolutely sure that his side took the lead. Oh, it'll drop for McClare, and it was a clever shot taken early. And Besant, who was committed to moving forward, would have found it very difficult to adjust and deal with it, even though it wasn't a powerful effort. It was the appreciation by Brian McClare of the value of hitting the ball really as soon as it came within his reach. Bruce stopping Dixon, but Bumstead, typical tigerish work from him. Wilson. Oh, Bumstead will get there if Dixon can ease it inside. He couldn't straight away. Easy to say from here, but Dixon might have let it run on for Bumstead in the first place, but Bumstead's still in the middle. Leighton punches off his head. Dorigo smacks it back, trying to make use of the wind, and possibly the goalkeepers need to reposition. Moncau knew where it was going to drop, rather more so than Hughes, who was craning his neck. Oh, well won by Clive Wilson, got the better of Phelan. Kevin Wilson and Dixon are in the middle for Chelsea, and Pallister extended a long right leg and intercepted crucially for Manchester United. But Chelsea drive on with Nicholas. Kevin Wilson. Oh, it's a great shot, matched by the save. The curl would have taken it inside that far post, but for Jim Leighton's spectacular intervention, and the watching Andy Roxburgh here will have appreciated the save from Scotland's goalkeeper, to the frustration of Chelsea's Northern Ireland international forward. The outcome is a corner. That was Johnson. He's shown signs in recent games of really settling in. Never easy for players from another country to adapt to the pace of English full-time football. Well, the Chelsea manager is happy with what he's seeing so far. Pallister finding Wallace, who was unmarked, maybe to Chelsea's cost. On goes Danny Wallace, out comes Besant, and Wallace is still there. Moncau finally scraped it to safety. Chelsea were very lax when Danny Wallace first got possession. Wallace is quick and he likes to be direct, and that was a moment of real danger for Chelsea. Ince. Well, Dorigo had a little bit of time then, but wasn't prepared to utilise it and potentially risk the Chelsea goal. So Manchester United have a throw. Their supporters, and they're always well represented at away games, behind the goal that United are attacking, and they might see Ince score, or Hughes, but Besant prevented that. Well, Paul Ince went on, and the tall Dave Besant made the sort of save that goalkeepers are proud of when they have to drop low quickly. And he blocked it. Dixon trying to get a goal that would be his without any doubt. Well, Dave Besant has been a goalkeeper in which Newcastle United invested £850,000, and then Chelsea brought him here for £725,000, and you can see he's worth the money. Paul Ince would reckon on that, I think. Now Bruce. Johnson diverted it straight to Hughes. He wanted to shoot straight away. He realised, I think, that Besant was back in position. McClare, Ince, Anderson to his right. Manchester United probing here to draw level with Brian McClare, and then Viv Anderson. And the United supporters had their arms raised, but prematurely, as it turned out. Much more menace in Manchester United already in the second half. Good play by McClare, thoughtful play. And it was outside the goal from Anderson. And that's what he thinks as he reflects on the miss. Well, the side has been reshapen at half-time, but Kevin Wilson looks to remind us that Chelsea are very much a force here. Chelsea trying to give some evidence here that they've weathered a storming start by Manchester United to the second half. Kevin Wilson. Oh, and it's David Lee on the gallop. Always find some characters amongst the Chelsea fans. And the headgear is interesting. Martin. Paul Ince might strike one. Chelsea might counter-attack, but Nicholas found Ince too quick for him. Wallace. Hughes and McClare in the centre. Oh, and it's Mark Hughes, who seems certain to place that header inside the far post from his point of view, and steered it wide. And Manchester United with a clear chance here to draw level, not taken by their leading scorer. And they certainly needed the goal with just 20 minutes left. Johnson. Lovely touch by Hughes that time. Wallace. Danny Wallace. And that's wide of the same post. And Manchester United had men to spare then. It all came to Wallace from a delightful flick by Hughes. Johnson. It's very composed in possession. Too composed, Chelsea will feel. Beardsmore got the ball away from Moncau. McClare looks to loop it over Besant, who brilliantly got back to flip it over the top. A most imaginative effort from Brian McClare. And an inspiring save from David Besant. Bruce. McClare. Hughes. Ince lines it up. And Besant was perhaps a little casual. He felt he could catch it comfortably. That wasn't the case. But there was no one following in for Manchester United. It was a hot one to hold. Now Nicholas. Dixon. Oh, and Clive Wilson. And that would have settled it. Dixon showing again that he can open up defences as well as score goals. And Clive Wilson coming from midfield. Well, without Graham Roberts today, Chelsea have done the job. And Kevin Wilson's offside when just the fans were beginning to celebrate possibly the icing on the cake of a second goal. But they're still nervous, they're still calling for the final whistle. Ince. That's a free kick. And down goes Donaghy, and Chelsea have still not got the 3 points secure. Manchester United looking for drama in their favour at Stamford Bridge. That's Nicholas. Ince wants to whip it back in again. Donaghy. It's Chelsea's ball. And that might be the end of the Manchester United effort. Well, is that the face of the beaten manager? His team is not beaten until the final whistle goes, and Ince with a remonstration in McAllister's direction. Steve Bruce takes the free kick. The last chance for Manchester United. Pallister gets it down, oh, and it's over the top. And it's Mark Hughes again. And that is that. The preparation wasn't perfect for Chelsea today, but the result rewarding. A goal from Gareth Hall to give Chelsea their first win over Manchester United here at Stamford Bridge since 1973. And for Manchester United, despite their hopes in the FA Cup, there remains the real worry of relegation. They fought hard in the second half. Mark Hughes had a couple of good chances, but Chelsea are the winners.
Benali coming onto it. Rodney Wallace. A goal for Southampton after 18 minutes. Jason Dodd got away down the right. And then the left-back, Francis Benali, who played for England schools as a striker, a reminder of those days, and Rod Wallace picked up the pieces. Moncao. McAllister, poured away by Flowers. And Southampton might be able to counter-attack here with Letitia. Wallace did that splendidly. And Benali wanting to attack whenever possible now. Shearer's there. But Chelsea close to equalising at the other end from McAllister's volley. Wallace. Benali. Oh, Wallace took that brilliantly. Slips Johnson. Rodney Wallace is turning this first half into his own personal show. Moncao a little slow to move out. He might have prevented the shot, but once Rodney Wallace hit it, there was only one outcome. Dixon up well. The goalkeeper's committed. A goal for Chelsea. Wilson, Kevin Wilson. The corner working here because Flowers thought he could get a punch to it, but it was Kevin Wilson who got it over the line. Davis trying a little too much elaboration. McAllister shoots. Chelsea are very much back in the picture now. McAllister. Jury got a touch. Kevin Wilson lays it off for Dorigo. The equaliser with 9 minutes left. A perceptive pass from Wilson and a rasping low shot from Tony Dorigo. Southampton struggling to keep Chelsea at bay here. Room for Gordon Jury. What a comeback. His first league appearance of 1990, and that could well turn out to be the winner. Chelsea have turned it around here at the Dell. And Jury's low shot just kept on going. Dorigo takes it. And Brian Gunn saw it all the way. Ball. Wilson. Dixon can turn now. Goalkeeper's got to come. The sheer power of Kerry Dixon in evidence here. Just lost his balance slightly, and in that moment, really, the chance disappeared. Rosario won it well. Flex in behind Dorigo. Allen is there. Oh, what a disaster for Norwich. They got in each other's way with a terrible outcome for Norwich City.
And that's more like it. Chelsea back up to 5th place on 43 points from 29 games, level with Forest and Coventry. And marvellous news in the Zenith Cup. Another 2-0 victory over Crystal Palace means Chelsea will go to Wembley. They'll play Middlesbrough. Next, 2 away games. First Arsenal, and a great day for John Bumstead on his 300th league appearance.
Groves with the throw. Smith's the target. Problems here for Chelsea. Away off the line by Wilson. Richardson, and again, Wilson the saviour. Winterburn with a kick for Arsenal. Oh, that's come off Besant's legs. The big keeper got lucky there. Dixon. Here's Bumstead. Good turn. Oh, and Bumstead with a surprise for the champions. 1-0 Chelsea.
Well, away from Arsenal now, it's a real opportunity for Niall Quinn to establish himself in the First Division. Jury was given time to line it up, and it had too much power for Dibble. Reed, White away to the right. Manchester City filling the centre. Here's Allen. Well, I'm sure it's in the City battle plan to get the ball in the air for Niall Quinn. Just like that. What a start.
A marvellous occasion at Wembley. Chelsea win the Zenith Cup final thanks to a Tony Dorigo free kick in the first half. It's very appropriate that Chelsea should win. The competition's the brainchild of chairman Ken Bates. Chelsea won it before, when it was the full Members' Cup. Kevin Wilson scores for Northern Ireland. His teammate Erland Johnsen knocks in the winner for Norway. Other Chelsea players representing their countries: Besant, Jury, Clark, Nicholas and Hall. Really, it's a measure of Chelsea's success that so many players are international regulars. Behind the scenes, planning permission's been given for a new sports and leisure centre at Stamford Bridge. There'll also be apartment and hotel buildings in the complex, but plans are still being finalised. On the field, 2 games at the Bridge against Derby and Luton.
Well, Sage. This is Hayward wearing 14. Now Kerry Dixon. Right, trying to jockey him. Dixon's got it back. Kevin Wilson! Well, Mark Wright thought he'd got Dixon shut out there. Dixon managed to screw it back, and Kevin Wilson scored. Hayward's cross. Francis couldn't really get a shot, nor could Harford. Now for Scythe. Saunders has peeled off. Harford over the top and in for 1 apiece.
Moncau coming towards the near post. Dixon is there as well. Here's Dixon. Off the line, Danny Wilson. And Wilson again. Close call this for Luton, but the captain was in the right place twice. Breaker. Black coming infield, and Chelsea won't want to see him get it onto the left foot, and that's why. Besant did well to keep it out. Jury leaves it, and Dorigo takes it. Gordon Jury might be involved now. He is! An outstanding save by Chamberlain. And my impression was that that flicked off another Chelsea player, possibly John Bumstead, which made the save even better. McAllister goes on. Jury's dummy. Clive Wilson told him to let the ball run. Oh, and Dixon couldn't quite follow it in. Dixon checks. Jury takes up his position, if Dixon can get in across. And Breaker trying to make sure that that doesn't happen. Dixon showing a lot of patience. It's in now, and Jury's free, yes! Second attempt. It's been hard work for Chelsea to break down Luton's stubborn resistance here, but the patient approach from Kerry Dixon paid off, and really from Jury, who needed the second attempt. Jury, Lee's there to help him out. Dixon to the left. It really has been a thorn in the side of Luton. Jury! Well, I can only think that the goalkeeper got a hand on that and pushed it behind Gordon Jury, who was reaching back for it and just couldn't control it.
We're into the final straight now. Chelsea still in the top 6, level on points with Spurs, a couple behind Arsenal. The battle to finish as London's top club is on. Chelsea could still have a say in the destiny of the Championship. They must play both Villa and Liverpool away, in between a home game against the Cup finalist Crystal Palace. Let's begin at Villa Park.
Platt, there's a run on for Cascarino here. He's onside, and Erland Johnsen made up some ground but didn't have the strength really. Tony Cascarino beaten away by Besant, followed in by Gordon Cowans, and Aston Villa have scored. Cascarino has made it, Cowans has scored it. A terrific start for Villa. They're delighted, understandably. And Cascarino hammered it at goal. Besant couldn't hold it, and flying in was Cowans, who did very well to control his contact with the ball to guide it into the net. It was a good touch on the ball on the stretch by Cowans to get the goal. A sporting gesture here as Chelsea applaud out Crystal Palace in recognition of their achievement in reaching the FA Cup final. Nicholas with the free kick. Palace try to move out, and they haven't orchestrated it well enough, because Kerry Dixon is back in business here. Jury sent flying by O'Reilly, and that is a yellow card. O'Reilly going for the ball, but Jury was just too quick for him. There's a chase on here for Dixon. And this is Stewart off the line by O'Reilly. Well, Graham Stewart in the first half of his first division game, and denied a goal by O'Reilly. Thompson did well with that brave challenge. Barber's gone ahead of him. A chance here for Palace, but one they can't take. O'Reilly has come through the back of Jury again. Now, if that's a second bookable offence, I suspect it is, he's got to go. It's not a long walk. O'Reilly is sent off. Dixon. Kevin Wilson gets his 20th goal of the season. Lasso. Kevin Wilson. Dixon, and it was Stewart who came in to mark his debut in the best possible way. Gillespie. Chelsea have defended very calmly so far. Gillespie's long throw. Rosenthal trying to work himself there. Oh, terrific! What an acquisition he's turning out to be. The manager, who hasn't yet committed himself to Ronnie Rosenthal, joins in the applause for that sharpest of turns and swiftest of shots. Well, it's out of character for Liverpool to take on a trialist, even an established international, but you can see why they're breaking with tradition. 1-0, Ronnie Rosenthal's goal, his 5th in Liverpool red. He does have an individual streak that, if Liverpool do keep him, they might want to harness to their basic battle plan. Burrows with some individual work of his own. And the cross from Barnes. Steve Nicol, 2-0! Again, Kenny Dalglish joins in the applause, and I think there was a smile to go with it this time. Barnes supplied the centre. And Steve Nicol with typical determination. Bumstead, it's a good effort. Oh! It's an outrageous save by Grobbelaar. Most goalkeepers would be happy to push that one aside. A beautiful shot from Bumstead, and Grobbelaar caught it. Terrific. Well, Bruce Grobbelaar has had 1 or 2 neurotic moments. But that was a save of the very highest order. Another view of it, more of a Grobbelaar view. Here's Gillespie. Rush making the run. Nicely found. Good control at the end of it too. And a terrific pass for Steve Nicol. Liverpool have a third. And it was put together in a high-class way, in keeping with the values that they preach at Anfield. Rush made it. Nicol scored it. His second. The pass reversed in behind Dorigo by Ian Rush. Nicol had a look to see what was on in the middle, but he got it off the goalkeeper into the back of the net. There's a gap opened up in the centre as Jonsson was distracted to move to cover Rosenthal, who's got free now. And there's one for Rush. And the style well and truly turned on now. Well, he hasn't smiled too much recently, Kenny Dalglish. But he's beaming now. Rosenthal, Rush, 4-0. Here comes Moncao. Dixon. David Lee's there, but Grobbelaar to his personal fan club. Makes another safe contribution. Chelsea certainly haven't been impotent here. They've kept their heads up. They've tried to go for goal throughout. But they've come second again against Liverpool by quite a long way. Dixon, is he away from Hansen? Kerry Dixon has the last word for Chelsea. Reward there for battling away. Grobbelaar depressed to lose a goal in stoppage time. But Dixon has had some threatening moments throughout the game, and now he has a goal to his name.
But now Liverpool look favourites for the title. Chelsea, though, can still improve their own high position, providing they win the last 2 games. Dixon and Wilson are the club's joint leading scorers. They've got 20 each, and a personal duel is on to finish as top striker. Against Everton and Millwall, Kerry Dixon races ahead.
Clive Wilson's corner. McAllister got beyond Poynton, and there's a chance here for Chelsea. Dixon has taken it. And when
it looked as though the game was going to end in a stalemate. Chelsea are in front. Poynton has miscued then, but Dixon hasn't. And he's really finishing his season in style. Sheedy met it on the fall. Oh, and a mistake by Johnson. And Nevin is round Besant, and Johnson couldn't repair the damage. 2-1, and Pat Nevin will savour a goal back at Stamford Bridge, where he was such a favourite.
Nicholas with the free kick. Oh, Dixon here, yes, Kerry Dixon. And Millwall could have done without that. Kerry Dixon has already got one. Oh, that's a blistering shot. That's his second, and Chelsea go 2 up. Peter Nicholas. Dixon on a hat-trick. Can he get it? Yes, he has. Kerry Dixon. Allen. Oh, nicely done. That could yet prove to be their last goal in the First Division.
But what a stylish finish to the season from Kerry Dixon. Chelsea finish a very creditable 5th on 60 points, and they win the Zenith Cup as well. Those 5 goals in 2 games put Kerry Dixon top of the score charts with 25. Kevin Wilson finishes with 20. Gordon Dury manages 5. His season, though, was interrupted by injury. Clark and Roberts, they also get 5 apiece. But it was Kerry Dixon's season. He averages just about a goal every other game for Chelsea, and he's in the record books at Stamford Bridge, courtesy of this typical piece of finishing at Spurs back in September.
Dixon is there first, and Kerry Dixon has got the goal this time. Torsvet came and then stopped, thinking he couldn't get to the ball. Dixon stuck out a foot, and his persistence pays off, because he looped it high over Eric Torsvet, and it dropped over the line into the back of the net.